Hello, all of my viewers. Welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm, where my addiction's all over the internet. On this channel, I do book hauls, book reviews, both physical and digital media, audiobooks, and so much more. So, it is 11:37 right now, so I'm really going to try not to make this a super long video. I am going to go and upload this video first, and then I've got a review video that I did today. I believe it was for, oh yeah, it was for the, I don't remember what it was for. That's bad, I don't remember. Oh, lords. This month is becoming one, it's already starting to, meld together. So, I'm actually going to attempt to start off with the first book that I actually read last month. So if I miss any books, I am truly sorry. This month, I'm making it a point to write down the title of the first book that I read, so that way when I go back next month, I will be able to do it correctly. do it correctly, which is absolutely vital in this case. Absolutely vital. So, for people that want to know, I am up to 159 books. 159 books. Yay! Alright, so I'm going to just basically tell you the title of it and what I personally thought about it, and we'll just move on from there. So, here goes. Hope I'll do it better this month. Alright, so we're going to talk about The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore, the second book in her cozy romance series. I will say that I absolutely loved this book. I loved it so much that I got the Christmas one, which I told in that video I was not going to read until December. Alright, so I gave that a 5 stars on Goodreads. The next one is Brooms by Jasmine Walls. This was a graphic novel that I bought a year or so ago. One of the huge reasons that I did get my Colorsoft was because I wanted to read graphic novels, and I absolutely just loved it. For people that don't know, it is an alternate reality, alternate world where there's magic, and society decides who can use magic and who cannot. Alright, I read volumes 2 and 3 of Night of the Living Cat. I am definitely going to be buying the third volume, not next month, not this month, next month, because this month is more of like settling into my Jew job and all that wonderful stuff. Alright, then despite people's dislike for J.K. Rowling, I did read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I actually got that on Kindle Unlimited, so I was very happy about that. Once again, phenomenal book. The Boxcar Librarian by Brianna Labuskes. I now own the physical copy of that book, which I'm so happy. It has a little home. This is about a librarian that goes around and she ensures, well, not ensures, but she makes sure that men will have something to read. And we have a lot of backdrop of the Union Busters, those events that happened because a lot of people did not like the unions. Now, let me rephrase that. The rich people did not like the unions. So, that was a 5-star read. That was really, really good. I read a very controversial book. I'm not going to tell you the title of it, but I gave it 1 star because I just didn't like it. The Librarian of Burned Books by the same author. This takes place It takes place before before World War II, right when Hitler got into power, um, during World War II, and basically Roosevelt was trying to ensure that the men on the front lines had something to read, so he was all for this program that did it. There is a nod to the Boxcar Librarian in this book, so yep. Another thing I want to also say that it does have LGBT plus characters in it, two lesbians. But what ends up happening is one of them ends up marrying a man, having a child, and the child actually is with her mother. I think the child's like in her 40s or something. I don't really know. But anyways, her daughter actually goes with her, I believe, back to Berlin, or it might be France. They're having a an event that deals with the librarians that were around during World War II. Very sweet ending. Murder at the Mayfair Hotel by C.J. Archer, first book in the Cleopatra Something series. I give it a 1 star. I really didn't like it. She's too immature. She makes a whole bunch of mistakes, and she doesn't learn anything from it. The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I gave that a 5 star. I enjoy her world building skills. I enjoyed the characters, and just had a lot of fun reading that. It is about a man who is born into the royal family. He's a bastard of, I believe, the heir to the throne. So he's given training as a assassin. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. That actually took me about 4, maybe 3 months to read. That was because I kept on being like, sidetracked by other books and also by life itself. But it's about these women that have this book club, and this very dirty, nasty man moves into town and like does stuff. But he also does very nasty stuff, and there is actually a rape in progress in this book, but because of what he is, she actually thinks that she wants it, which was disgusting in itself. But Grady Hendrix, he pushes the envelope when it comes to his books. Divergent by Victoria Roth was a 4-star rated book. This is the first book in the Divergent series. Not as good as The Hunger Games, but it wasn't super bad. Southern Myths is, I believe, let's see here, the 4th book in the in the series. I actually have it on Kindle. So it's basically has this dragon that's delivered, and she doesn't realize that it's for her, so this guy ends up getting it, and all sorts of things happen. He ends up getting killed by his own cloak. It's definitely a magical one. Alright, Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tona, I cannot pronounce her last name. 2nd book in the trilogy. Absolutely loved that book. That book was so good. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. And people that want to know, it's it's this all black, all African. Well, I would say African, because even though it's like a fantasy world and the country is like made up, it takes place in Africa. I do know that they are trying to adapt that, I believe, that into a movie or TV show, and people are getting really upset about the fact that they hired a biracial girl to play the main character. She's not pure. She's not pure, people. Okay, whatever. Please stop being a racist. Okay, stop being a racist. If you If you dislike a girl because she's biracial, you're a racist. I don't care what skin color you got. Okay, the mind read about R.L. Stine. Excellent book. It's about a girl that that has the ability to have visions. She got that from her mother, and it takes her on the trail to the truth. Alright, The Sugar Cookie Murder by Joanne Flunk, another great author. I actually bought 2 more of her books, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's the series has been adapted a couple of times into movies, and if you love those movies, you're going to love the series. The most disappointed one was Black Fox, a ingenious. Oh, I suck at this. No, horror novel. I really didn't like it. I gave it 2 stars. I wasn't saying the writing was bad. I just could not get into it, and it was just a very pointless read. I actually returned it back to Amazon because I just didn't like it. Madhouse by Miguel. I hope I'm pronouncing the guy's first name right. I can't pronounce his second name right. So Madhouse is about a 9-year-old boy who runs away from home because mommy and daddy cannot get along, and he is kidnapped by an old woman who is literally a psychopath. It was a great book. I kept it on my Kindle. I gave it 5 stars. Black Fox got 1. Madhouse got 5. Dead Witch on a Bridge by Gretchen Galloway. I gave that one 5 stars. It is about a witch who was training to be a demon hunter or demon killer. She failed because she couldn't kill. She settles in this magical community, and things are not so magical. Alright. Dedication to Murder by Lorraine Elliott. This is the next to newest book that came out. Gave it 2 stars on Goodreads. I changed it from 5 stars to 2 stars. It's just, no, it's nothing made sense in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the ending was really nice, but I just, no. Okay, Ghost Camera by Tracy Coates. My first Tracy Coates book I read. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. She deserved the 5 stars, mainly because I was led to believe that Tracy Coates was low-level horror. She is medium-level horror, but you don't realize it until you actually read it, that she is a middle-level horror writer. Today I actually got her physical edition of that book in, and I also got the collection of short stories. So, like, the collection of short stories is on the left, if you go on our website, and Ghost Camera's on the right. So, I gotta get the middle one. So what it's about is, it is about a woman who finds an old Polaroid, takes a picture, and finds herself connected to the dead. These dead are nasty as shit. They pour into a hospital. That is how nasty they are. It also includes several other short stories, and also a last one called A Box Full of Tapes. That one is okay. The Tea Shop Witch, I gave 4 stars on Goodreads. That one was a really good book. It was a good book, not a really good book. It was a good book. I liked it so much, I did get book 2. At some point this month, I will read book 2. It's about a woman who lost her job, and she's moving back to home. She broke off her engagement with her fiance because she caught him in bed with one of her co-workers. They both did not lose their jobs. Figures. And she enters this community, or re-enters this community that's full of all these different kinds of creatures. For right now, it's just zombies. Okay. Then we got Late Checkout by Carol J. Perry. Really great book. Um, if forgot what it was about, but I do know I did enjoy it. Okay, Murder Behind the Coffee House by Brenda Kennedy. I gave a 5 star, and it is. I actually bought her newest one on Nook. So I have Murder Behind the Coffee House and I believe Murder at the Movies. Um, so it's about this coffee shop person or coffee shop lady and her, I believe it was her grandson, one of the, I think grandson or I think it was grandson. He likes to get into trouble a lot and everything, and of course, while he is trying to throw trash away, he finds a dead body, and there's a whole thing that goes on, a lot of sordid past and family history and all that type of stuff. Herbal Homicide by Fiona Grace is the first book in a series, and basically what happens with that one is this lady who specializes in different kinds of teas goes to Switzerland, to the Alps, um, and someone at the hotel dies, but because there was aconite in his bloodstream, uh, she is kind of worried that they might think that she did it, but it turns out it was in his brandy and not in his tea. Alright. Then I read The Ghost Next Door by R.L. Stine. I believe this is book number 10 or maybe book number 11. It is a really weird story. The ending was totally confusing, and I'm like, okay. I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. Strangled Eggs and Ham by Maddie Day, which is the 6th book in the Country Store Mystery series. This attorney ends up dead during a time when there is a spa supposed to be built, and they're trying to keep it from happening, and he ends up dead, and we find out that that he got killed because he couldn't keep his mouth shut. That was another 5-star book. Where the Library Hides by Isabel, cannot pronounce her last name. The second book in a duology. Absolutely loved it. I said in the review video that I actually read the first book as a book of the month thing. So, so basically she's continuing to try to find out the truth, and it leads her and her now husband Whit, or Walt Whit, no, it's Whit, to a lot of really dangerous places. Alright, then I read The Haunting of Maddie Clare by Simone St. James. This one was the first book that she published back in 2012, and in this one, this woman literally she gets hired on. It's during the 1920s. It's after the Great War, and she uncovers the story of Maddie Clare, what happened to her, what led her to kill herself, and everything. It was a really, really good book. I actually have the second book on Nook. The last 2 books are Paths Not Taken by Simon R. Green. This is the 5th book in the Tales of the Night Side. Great series. I highly recommend anyone picking it up. It is about a guy called John, and him and Shotgun Susie goes back in time. They go to the time of Camelot. After Camelot fell, they go back to the time of the Romans. They go all the way back to the very beginning of the Night Side, and it was really interesting. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. The last one is Winter by Marcella Meyer. I do have a review of that book. I have not uploaded that one yet. I'm going to upload that next. And it's the conclusion to the Lunar Chronicles. It was beautiful from the beginning to the end. Absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. Wonderful book. I highly recommend people to actually pick up that series. All right. So those are all of the books that I read for for last month. I am going to make sure that I put down the first book that I finish. That way I know where to start at. All right. So this coming Sunday, I will have the reading wrap up for the week, and I am super excited, super excited about it. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye, and keep reading.